You're in the final 3 of Dancing with the Stars, the next pro.
Yeah, I mean, crazy.
What would winning it mean to you?
Everything. I mean, my whole life would change. I grew up a commercial dancer. I mean, I say it on the show all the time. Everybody hears it. I bet everyone's getting annoyed about it. But it's a whole different world. And yeah, it's still commercial, but I recently have dedicated a lot of my life to ballroom, and it would really mean a lot to me.
For people who might not know, commercial covers everything from tours to actual commercials, ads.
Yeah, commercial is literally everything. I feel like to be one of the best commercial dancers that you can be, it is to have every single style under your umbrella. So that's kind of what I grew up doing. And I think that's why ballroom came a little bit easier to me, is because I grew up just doing everything and learning it really fast. So yeah, doing commercials, doing tours, like music videos with artists. Yeah, it's all of that.
You did Derek Huff's tour. You did Lindsay Sterling's tour.
Yeah,
insane.
I know. And I feel like nobody knows that I did Derek's tour prior to the show, because now they're seeing me on Derek's tour now and they know who I am now. But everybody's like, oh, she's on tour now with Derek. I wonder if this means anything. But I have been touring with him this is like my 3rd year now with him.
Oh, you've done that many?
Yeah.
How'd you get on his radar at first?
So his choreographer is Tassandra Chavez, and phenomenal. Everybody should know who she is. Go look her up. And I grew up at a dance convention that she taught at since I was like 10 years old. So I've known her for a very long time. So she had an audition, a closed audition, and she asked me if this would be something I was interested in. And I said, frick yeah, like, of course. And I was freshly 18. So I was wanting to do anything at this point. And ballroom wasn't something that I was like, okay, yeah, ballroom's ballroom. But I really just wanted to do hip hop. Like, that was really what I wanted to do. But I went to that audition, and the energy in that room was just absolutely amazing. And I ended up getting a call that I booked it. I actually booked it with my boyfriend, Holden. So that was like a little extra icing on top. So that's kind of how that all started.
And you guys get to tour the country in a bus, dancing with Derek Huff.
Literally, yeah. Dancing with Derek Huff, and just like getting to know him like on a deeper level. I feel like getting to tour with artists is so special. I feel like, yeah, you see them from the outside view and you're sometimes very intimidated by them, but getting to know Derek and Haley was probably my favorite part of that tour. Just, they are such beautiful humans, and I feel like, yeah, everybody probably says that, but just you get to see them on social media and you're like, are they really like that? And then you get to know them and you're like, they're even better. And just all the tours I've done have been all Symphony of Dance tours. So we had the first one, and it was when Derek and Haley, just freshly married, came from their honeymoon. And then tragic events happened with Haley, and then we dramatically stopped tour. And they're like, you go home. That's that. And we were kind of just ended on, obviously, a very extremely sad note, not knowing if Haley's going to be okay. And then she's okay, and we come back, and it's like this like second time we get to finally do the Symphony of Dance all the way through, and it's like a new special meaning. And then Derek calls me up and was like, do you want to do another Symphony of Dance tour? 3rd one, encore, last one. I was like, absolutely. And now they have a baby. It's like a trilogy of Symphony of Dance, and I really just wanted to end it with Derek, and I have been the only cast member to do all of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll assume you watched Dancing with the Stars prior to doing this. Okay.
I have, yeah.
So when you get on tour with a guy like Derek, what do you learn about him from the dancing perspective, just the way that he approaches everything?
Yeah, I kind of just...
These waters are for you, by the way.
Oh, yeah, thank you. It's funny because I don't think I appreciated his brain until I was on the next pro. Because, yeah, I get to see the behind the scenes, how his brain works, and man, that brain works faster than his mouth can even speak. And I feel like I didn't really appreciate it till I was in the scene, and I was like kind of trying to think how Derek thinks. I feel like he has a very unique touch to things. Like you never really see what he does. Like you see it and you're like, I've never seen that done like that before. And he kind of twists things that have been done but makes them so much better and different. So I kind of really try to tap into that on the Next Pro. And he was really a big inspiration for me during that show. So yeah, his brain just, you will, like, if you ever go in a rehearsal with Derek, and every dancer will know this and choreographer that's worked with him, he'll go, and it's like, we all laugh about it, but it's literally his brain is working so fast that he's trying to get the words out to tell us like what he wants. And yeah, him and Tassandra are like, they're a great package. They make some great, amazing dances.
Is the like his countdown in, or that's him trying to figure out?
No, that is his brain trying to figure out how he can say what he's thinking. And so like we'll be in rehearsals and he's like, okay, Selena, stand there. I know. And he's like trying to say everything he's thinking. And you could just tell like, oh, that brain is working fast.
So you got to understand how he would approach the competition. That's kind of what you channeled for how you went into it?
Yeah, I literally was like, let me just channel Derek. And all the people that I've worked with, I feel like I really brought a lot of the people that were like inspirations and people that I learned from in my life. Like my dance teacher, Molly Long, she's like a big inspiration. And I think the reason why my dances have a little bit more of like this musicality and like a little kind of flair to them that's not usually what the ballroom is bringing.
They give a sneak peek into the series finale of season 1. Who are you partnered with? They do say it on
Oh,
there.
yeah, it does show me.
Yeah.
I'm with Adam Rapon, figure skater. I was like, oh my gosh. You'll see my reaction. I am just ecstatic, especially because going into the Next Pro first episode, we had like little promo shoots and they said, who do you want to be partnered with? And I said, I want to be with a figure skater.
Really?
I was like, yes, I said that. And I don't know if they did it on purpose, but I was like, I want to be with a figure skater.
What was the logic?
They just already know how to move. Like their upper body kind of has that like same sense, like kind of how dance does. Like they know how to move it. Obviously, they're doing way crazier things with their feet. I would say can't walk on ice, but I feel like the way they can emote is kind of similar to dance. And I was like, I would love to work with a figure skater. It just seems like so fun.
Wow. So you had no idea too that was going to be the final challenge?
No idea. And also so stressful. So stressful. I mean, I think in my head, like I was like, we have to have a challenge where we're teaching somebody who has little to no dance experience, because that's like the last cherry on top to being a pro.
That's right before that.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, we already had the super fans. So I was like, maybe that's the only one. But I was like, there has to be another one. And I didn't know that it was going to be celebrities, though. That was really exciting.
Have you ever been in that position before where you were teaching? Obviously, you've taught people,
Yeah.
But like to that one-on-one where you were competing for something?
No, never. No. I've never taught someone where I'm also the one competing. I usually teach like dancers like at dance studios, like younger dancers, and I'm doing like group dances and solos for
It's
them.
like educational and learning.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not dancing. So sometimes I can make it hard and it's like, it's okay, you can do it, you got this, and I don't have to do it or show it.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a way different. It's such a different world that I'm not used to, but that I'm so in love with now, and I never want to stop.
And I know you can't say anything about it, but they
I
bring in
know.
the studio audience too, which adds even more to it.
I know, and don't get me started. I love an audience. That's like,
does that fuel you when you get to perform in front of people?
yeah, it does. Just hearing the audience cheering, and I don't know, it's something about, like, I will say I do love the camera. The camera is something that I have fallen in love with kind of over the years of being a commercial dancer and just growing up in front of a camera. I do love staring at a camera, but also staring at the camera and add the audience cheering and that adrenaline you feel when people like are watching, and you kind of just, you want to hear those, whoa, wow, like to little things. And you're like, okay, what wow moment is going to do that?
I love the show too because it prepares you for the talking heads where you have to do the interviews.
Yeah.
Have you ever done anything like that before?
Interviews? Ish, kind of. Not to this extent. I mean, I feel like this was a little bit crazier than Dancing with the Stars. I mean, I'm surprised there's not a lot on there that we had a lot of footage. The cameras were everywhere with us 24/7.
Yeah, it was nonstop rolling.
Yeah, and I didn't know what to expect. I've never done a reality TV show.
And this is the first series, so it's not the first season, so it's not like you have anything to watch off of.
Absolutely, yeah. So they were around us all the time in the house. We were on camera all the time. And I will say those interviews they helped me so much. I loved being able to see myself grow throughout the interviews that I had. I mean, the fact that I have to repeat the question they asked me in my sentence was the hardest thing for me. I think it was hard for all of us. They had like a paper that they would hold up and be like, repeat what I just said to you. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Yeah.
Can we go back to the semifinals now?
Yeah.
You're partnered with Jan.
Yes.
What was it like working with a pro who, unlike Gleb's been on for multiple seasons.
Yeah.
This is Jan's first season. So you guys got to kind of bond over that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think me and Jan bond over plenty of things. I mean, also he's hard not to like. He's such a likable human being and so hilarious. I think everybody knows that, but also so unfiltered. Sometimes he already has the job and I'm trying to get the job. So sometimes he'll say things and I'm like, Jan, you can't say that. You can't say that, Jan. Like, I'm scared right now. I'm trying to get this job that you have and you're stressing me out. No, but it was funny because the pros couldn't say anything.
What do you mean? Like coaching?
They couldn't critique us on our choreography at all. Usually when you're in a studio with one another,
you're working together.
You're working together, like how we have been doing it on the show. We bounce off each other's ideas. I'm like, oh, like this feels weird. Like, what should we do? And then I bounce off of his idea and I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do that. And they could not speak. They actually would get in trouble if they were like, yeah, that's good, or yeah, that's bad.
His job is to report back to the judges.
Yeah, exactly. So that was a weird thing. That was an aspect where I was like, this is so weird because it's not as realistic as it usually
like working
would
in
be.
a room together.
But I will say it was really fun to just have my creative ideas be out there and for everybody to know that they are only mine selfishly, because I feel like especially the edit that I've gotten has been one where they don't show me doing any of the choreography. So it was fun for people to know like, oh, she can choreograph. Like she has an eye. She knows how to do it. And I was really excited for this challenge, especially doing salsa. I was so excited to get salsa.
What's something the audience might not realize about you having to teach somebody who is taller and has that build and the flexibility and moving him around you?
Yeah, I mean, for salsa, easy. The Latin dances are pretty easy to have a taller partner. It was mainly for standard in frame quick step that I had with Jeremy, Super Fans episode. That was probably a little bit harder, especially because I've just never, when I'm in rehearsals and I'm going to a lesson and I'm working on my frame with my partner, the partner's of my height. It's somebody that is near my level. We can find the frame together. It's easy. I even had a standard lesson with Carter, and it was extremely hard for us because Carter's a little bit taller than me. But Jeremy was a lot taller than me, and it's just you kind of have to mess around with it a little bit. Obviously, his frame wants to be here, and I have to be like, okay, I wanted Jeremy to be as comfortable as possible, especially only having 2 days, which also isn't realistic. I wanted him to feel comfortable, so I just wanted to find his frame first, and then I was like, I'll match his frame. I'll do whatever his frame is, I'll go around that, even if I need to be on my tippy toes and jumping. Yeah.
At what point does it feel like this is really happening?
Never. I don't think ever. Because every single time we get to elimination, I don't know if everybody felt this way. I felt like, okay, it's my time. I'm going home this week because I have been very transparent that I have not been doing Latin and ballroom my whole entire life. And it's not something I shy away from or hide from. I'm very open about it, and I know it really upsets some people, but I was in it to win it, and I wasn't going to back down, but every single time I was like, oh yeah, I'm going home this time. And then I wouldn't go home and I would be in the studio like, okay, I'm not going home. And then elimination would come and I'm like, oh, I'm going home. So it was like kind of that back and forth. Like when I'm in the studio, I'm like, no, we're fighting for this. Like I'm going to win. I have that like mentality that I'm winning when I'm in that studio. But then it gets to elimination. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm gonna go home today.
What's your first impression when you meet Shirley and Mark?
Okay. Shirley, I was honestly terrified. I mean, I've only ever heard things about her. I never really formally got to meet her. She actually came to a Derek show once, but I, at that time, didn't know who she was. Like, I was like, Shirley, oh, cool. Like, Mark's mom. That's amazing. I didn't know that she was the Shirley Ballas. So now that I knew that and I was meeting her formally, I was stressed out because I was like, oh my God, I feel like I was being critiqued about everything. So I was like, hey Shirley, like nice to meet you. Yeah, but meeting Mark, he's so freaking chill and so cool. He's such a cool dude. I feel like that's my one word to explain him, like cool.
Super
dude.
cool.
Such a cool dude. Like, and he is somebody I also look up to for choreography. He's always thinking outside the box. Him and Derek they're some of the best male pros that they have on that show. They are fantastic choreographers.
What is it about their approach that you think is so special?
I don't know if it's just me, but I love when people bend things a little bit. I love when it's not so strict. And I feel like they do a great job of that. They do it to the perfect amount. I think sometimes I bend it a little too much, but they have that like perfect, oh, I'm going to bend the rule a little bit, but I'm still in the rule, but I'm finding loopholes around it. And that's kind of my favorite thing about them.
Doing the actual competition versus watching it from home and being an experienced dancer, do you think that the show really prepares you to be the next pro?
It prepares you times 100.
How so?
This show was, and even like talking to the pros now and like getting to hear from them, and they're like, whoa, it's crazy you guys had to do the dance in 2 days. And because usually the pros will have like 2 weeks with their pro prior to first episode. So having the super fans and having the celebs, we have 2 days with them, and it's just all moving really fast. You don't even really get to know them, but you're trying to get to know them. And I feel like Dancing with the Stars is a little bit different. You kind of get to build with one partner instead of switching every single week. You have that one partner that you
have that relationship,
yes,
the foundation.
Yeah, exactly. You have this partnership and you kind of get to build off of that. And every week you kind of, you also have content already, and you go, oh, remember this move in the other dance that we had? It's a little bit similar to that. And you can kind of use the same content in a different way. And it's a little bit easier in that sense. But I will say it also is a live show, which is very different. Having a live show, it moves extremely fast. The next pro moved a little bit slower because it was pre-filmed. I think we were standing in that elimination for like about an hour before they were like, this is the person getting eliminated. We were standing there just like, okay, look sad, you guys.
Anxiety, take me over.
Yeah, they were like, okay, look sad, look anxious. Okay, now you look happy. And we're all standing there for so long. Yeah, so I will say there's a lot of differences, but it definitely prepares you to become a pro. I will say whoever wins will be ready.
There must be some kind of fantasy that you're envisioning in the future of you're performing in the Dancing with the Stars studio, you're meeting your celeb for the first partner. What really got you excited if you win?
Ooh.
Like, what would you be looking forward to the most?
I honestly think it would be the partnership I build with my celeb. I'm a people person. I love meeting new people and getting to know people on a deeper level. And I freaking love dance. Like, I really do love dance.
When did you start dancing?
when I was 5.
Crazy.
Yeah. I feel like for some people that's late though. But I've been dancing since I was 5 and I really do love it. And I feel like since I am newer to ballroom, I kind of can bring my celeb along with that journey. Like I understand where they're coming from. I'm like, I know this is hard. I know this is crazy, and kind of tap into what I was feeling when I was learning and all the stress and kind of be their like little comfort buddy.
Can we go back to the beginning of Dancing with the Stars, the next pro?
Yeah.
When you first find out that you got picked, how did you prepare?
Oh my goodness. Well, I actually, when I found out I was going to be on the show, I went to Utah.
Oh, and you started dancing with all the school where like Jenna and Whitney.
Yeah.
And...
I went to center staging. And yeah.
Oh, look at you. Good for you.
I know. I was like, I mean, they produce all the pros. So I'm going to go there and I'm going to train with their Latin teacher and their standard teacher. And that's what I did. As soon as I found out, I was like flying to Utah. I was there for like 2 months.
And you just signed
straight.
up for a class or whatever it is?
I actually already knew their teacher from just the grapevine of competition dance. And his name's Sasha and his wife is Cheyenne. So I knew both of them because they would come to my dance studio, Project 21, like all the time. So I kind of just contacted them, was like, okay, so I'm going to come for 2 months. Can I just have a lesson with you every single day? And they were like, yeah.
And how long do you get? An hour?
Well, one lesson's actually only 45 minutes, but I did like 3 lessons in one day all the time, every day for 2 months. Yeah, because I was behind the rest of the contestants and competitors, and I wanted to get the most out of my 2 months that I had to prepare and just really crack down on training because I didn't want to feel like, oh, I didn't do enough.
Overdo it. That way you don't feel like you didn't
Absolutely.
give it 100%.
Always overdue. Always overdue.
So at what point did you start learning ballroom? It was from those 2 months?
No, so I got a glimpse of it from Derek's tours. And it's funny because Derek and Haley always like, no, you need to do ballroom. Like, you have to. Like, you should start.
And what'd you think at that point?
I was just at a point where I was like, nah, like, it's fine.
Hip hop.
Like, I really, like, started after Derek's. I booked Dochi's, and it all kind of started snowballing a little bit faster.
What'd you do with
that.
Dochi?
I did a festival tour with her. So I did a couple of festivals with her.
How cool.
Oh my God, it was so amazing. So it just like, my career started like tumbling really fast and I started booking a lot more and I wasn't ready to kind of break out of that yet. And I had so much momentum in the commercial world. And I will say, yeah, sometimes I regret it, but I also don't. Like, I really am grateful I sat in that experience that I had. And I'm also only 21, actually 22 tomorrow.
Happy birthday tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming now.
Oh, no.
This is awesome.
I'm literally in rehearsals tomorrow. Like, it doesn't matter.
I know. I want to know what you're rehearsing, but I also don't want to ruin any mystique or magic or anything in my head.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I like started a little bit during Derek's and it was something I always loved. I love a strict training. Like, I love ballet because there's a right and wrong. And I think that's why I fell in love with ballroom is because I was like, there's a right and there's a wrong. And yeah, so I didn't really crack down on it until like a year before the show is when I really, really started training. So yeah, there wasn't a lot of training under my belt, but I'm a quick learner. I will always pride myself on that. I'm really grateful for how I grew up because it really did make me a fast learner. I'm a perfectionist to the core. I see a finger out of place from my teacher. Like I see them doing it. I'm like, oh shoot, like my finger. Like I'm such a perfectionist. It's crazy. In dance, in life, I'm a mess. But in dance, I'm a perfectionist. And even my dance teacher, like Sasha, was like, oh my God, you're learning extremely fast. And I was like, I don't know if you're being really nice to me or if that's true, but let's keep going.
So you fly out to Australia, you see the cameras. What's your first reaction when you see everything?
Can I do this? That was like all I was thinking in my head. I was really stressed flying to Australia and just getting there because the competition was intimidating.
Did you know them?
No, the only people I knew of were Briar, Stephanie, Benji, and kind of Jake A little bit.
Just through the scene.
Yeah, but I probably knew Briar the best. Yeah, we ended up being roommates in the house.
And what happens day one?
Day one, oh my God, take me back. Day one, we just met each other and
they're doing introductions while filming everything.
Yeah, filming a lot. Robert came in and introduced himself. He's freaking the sweetest person in the world. Yeah, but it wasn't any dancing. They kind of just went over what was going to happen these next months and what to expect. Cameras, obviously. And just, yeah, no dancing, thank goodness. We flew in and just took a relaxing day. And that was just when the cameras, we technically flew in and we were in a hotel for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, but finally going on the scene, we did nothing for the first day.
Because respectfully to them, they're also trying to figure out the show because they're not on season 7.
Yeah.
This is season 1.
Yeah.
So they need to figure out what they're doing also.
And it's so crazy because first season could be crazy. It could be a lot. Like nobody really knows what's going on or what to expect. But they treated us like royalty. They treated us so amazing. People always ask me like, did you have a good experience? Because reality TV, sometimes you don't have the best experience. And they really treated us like we were royalty. And it was like the best experience that I've ever had because of the people behind the scenes.
Who blew your mind the most when they came in for a guest judge or the celeb appearance?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Ugh. I think initially my favorite... Okay, I have 2 different ones. My favorite performance is probably Derek's or Jenna's, but I think I would say my favorite mentor was Brandon. He really gave some great advice and I really connected with him and I will always remember like, I loved him as a mentor. He is fantastic.
What do you learn from a guy like him?
His week was all about storytelling and he's smart. I feel like I don't really get to know the pros a lot on Dancing with the Stars. It's usually about the celebrity. So it was really nice getting to kind of know his story and just he came in and watched her dance and was like, I think you can have a little bit more of a hold here so that this feels more dramatic and kind of just giving eyes to the dance. And all of his input was amazing. And I agreed with it 100%. And it's also nice to have new eyes on your choreography. Well, it was AJ's choreography, but it's always nice to have eyes on it for the first time.
What's it like when you're facing the judges?
I don't even think about them. I try not to think about them while I am performing. That's like one thing. I kind of like to stare at them, but I'm not thinking that they're judges. I'm just thinking I'm about to give you guys the best performance that I have. I'm going to stare at the cameras. I'm going to stare at the judges and I'll worry about them after.
How much of it are you focused on like, what does the show need versus how can I do the dance the best way? Also being judged on all these other aspects.
Yeah, that was probably the one thing that I don't know if I ever figured out. Like on the show, they want the brief, obviously, but you also want to make it fun for the audience. And I feel like that's the one I just never really, it's hard to figure out. And I feel like it's very subjective. And I think that's why I haven't figured it out is because it's subjective and dance is subjective.
There's no real line that they want.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if I did stuff differently, I think it still could have been a problem on a different judge. So it's kind of hard. I feel like on Dancing with the Stars, it would be a lot different. On the next pro, they're of course judging a lot of our technique and they're really going hard on the brief. And of course they're doing that on the Dancing with the Stars show, but it's also you have those audience votes and you have the audience. So I really did think a lot about the audience while I was on the show.
It's so cool because the show gives you a built-in audience.
Yeah.
To go on to the show because all these people, whoever wins is going to be supporting them throughout the journey.
Exactly. I think that's so cool. I feel like I feel like you never really get to know the pros, and I always get so sad about that. Maybe they'll do a reality TV show about them. I want that, because I do really want to see what goes on behind the scenes for them, and it's obviously grueling and it's hard, and I feel like nobody sees that, especially everyone's so crazy on social media these days, and I really got a taste of that these past couple of weeks.
Has it been intense?
It has been intense, actually. Honestly,
I was talking about it with my wife. It's crazy how hands-on everyone is with Dancing with the Stars.
I know.
Everyone
It's
has an
like,
opinion.
it's really crazy. It's something that I'm still trying to navigate and figure out because I'm always on social media. I mean, that's like it's the time. Like social media is my job now. So I'm trying to stay up to date and I'm trying to see what everyone thinks and what everybody's saying. But there is some comments where I'm like, ooh, I could have done without that today. And they are crazy. I knew they were crazy because I've been watching Dancing with the Stars now for a second. And once TikTok got a little bit bigger and Dancing with the Stars got bigger on TikTok, I know that some of the fans were really on a lot of the pros' backs. And yeah, I'm getting a taste of that. And it's fun, but it's also not fun. It's a mix of emotions for sure.
It's a double-edged sword because, yes, everyone's watching, but then you
Yeah.
have to hear it. But it is great because everyone's watching.
Yeah. And it's most of the comments are sweet and amazing comments. It's usually that like one hater that you're like, oh, okay. And that one sticks a little bit harder than the nice ones.
You're watching the show back, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you agree with what the judges are saying about your dances?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I think I also agreed in the moment. I totally see where they're coming from. Even watching the Wow Moments episode again, I absolutely agree that the judges wanted something big. They wanted a lift. They wanted something that was going to be extremely obvious. Like, that's a wow moment. And I look back and I'm like, I don't regret anything. I enjoy my dance so much and I'm happy it touched a lot of people. And it's funny, it's probably the most viral dance from that week, which was what we wanted to do. But I do see where the judges were coming from.
Which week was that? Which dance style?
That was when we all did Contempt. Yeah, and Daniela was the mentor of the week.
The Argentine tango you did with Eric, spinning around him. Crazy. When you guys are doing that in rehearsals, how long does it take before you get it that you can do it confidently?
Ooh, I feel like day of, especially when you only have 2 days. I feel like if you're not confident with what you're doing, change it. If you're not confident, just scratch it. We'll try something else because when you only have 2 days, you gotta scratch. You gotta figure new things out. If we don't both feel comfortable, that's also a scratch. I don't want to be the only one feeling comfortable. Yes, it's a competition, but at the end of the day, when you're with whoever you're going to be with, that you're a partnership and you both need to feel amazing. And I feel like that's what me and Eric really figured out and why I picked him again for I guess I did pick him technically because I had 2 boys standing next to me. But that's why I kind of picked him again because we work extremely fast together and we already made an amazing dance. And I really truthfully believed I could produce another amazing dance with him. So, and I think we did. And it just, we just understood each other in the studio. It was like a very great back and forth of choreography.
What was the camaraderie like amongst the cast in the house? Are you guys all sticking to the diet, the bedtime routine? You need to wake up, you're going to the gym.
Everyone was so different. And it's so funny because Adele is one of my best friends from the show. And she was like, no, guys, I can't hang out tonight. I need to go to sleep. So she was usually in bed
What time?
Like at 8. Like she was like, I need all of my sleep. And I'm like, you go, girl. And for me, I'm a late owl. So like I would always be hanging out with Alan. He was a late owl. Eric, Tristan, we were all up pretty late.
And you don't have your phone, so you guys are just hanging?
Yeah, so you have nothing else to do but hang out with each other and get to know each other. We played cards all the time. And it's funny, Alan woke up every single morning early to work out in the gym. I did not do that. I definitely ate bad. I definitely went to sleep late. And I definitely woke up late or when I had to. Sometimes we had to be up at 6. That was a lot for me.
Once Briar left, do you have the room to yourself?
I did.
Oh, wow. You got lucky that first time.
I did kind of get lucky. Sorry, Briar. But I did get lucky. I had the room to myself, and I ended up actually sleeping in her bed instead of mine.
Was it bigger? Was it better?
Well, we had bunks. So she was on the bottom, and I was like, I don't want to crawl up anymore. So I just ended up sleeping in her bed.
You were honoring her.
Yes. I was like, oh, I miss Briar. I'm going to sleep in her bed.
Is there anything that wasn't filmed in the house that you think would have been great for reality TV?
Ooh, there was so many things. It's funny because we actually had a really big conversation for the night of superfans. And all they showed was, oh yeah, Jeremy learned the dance in 45 minutes. Oh, she learned it in this like they showed that, and they showed like Nina being like stressed that she hasn't taught the whole dance yet. But we actually had like a group conversation that day about the house dynamic, and it just wasn't feeling the same anymore. And we just wanted to kind of make things better in the house for all of us because we were the final six, I think.
What do you mean by the dynamic was just off?
It was kind of like just like a separation in the house. It was like Nina and AJ were really, really close after Wow Moments night. And it was kind of just me, Adele, and Alan. And we just felt so separated. And we really all wanted to enjoy the experience together and look back at the experience being like, oh, I'm so happy I made these friends. Like, I'm so happy like we did this. So we kind of just, Alan really is the one who started the conversation, was like, guys, we're separated. We need to fix this. Did it help? I don't think so, but we definitely had a conversation.
Are there any group chats today that are still active, and whose role is what? Who's sending the memes? Who's sending the videos, the recaps?
That's hard. I feel like obviously like I keep in contact with a couple of the people from the show that I was closest to, but I would say I probably honestly just talk to Adele the most. Like that's who I'm always texting. That's who I'm always talking to. We really like bonded and had a great connection. So yeah, I feel like that's mainly who I'm talking to. I feel like the rest I kind of just see when I see them.
Are you guys chatting now as the episodes are airing and you guys are the final three?
Absolutely. Yes, we're texting all the time. Oh wow. Yeah.
This is so exciting.
I know. It's also just it's great because Adele like just moved here not too long ago. She's only been here for like I want to say like 2 years, like maybe even one.
To pursue dance.
Yeah. Yeah, so she moved from, I think she was in Israel. So she didn't have a lot of friends here. And I feel like that's so amazing. Like now we have this connection, and she has so many friends now in LA that we're all on the next row, and she has like this new family, and it makes me so happy for her.
Can we go back to the beginning? How did you audition for the show?
I just got a message.
They reached out to you on Instagram?
Yeah, on Instagram.
No way.
Yes, like a casting agent was just like, hey, there's this new show. I think you'd be great for it. Let us know.
No affiliation with Dancing with the Stars, just a casting agent.
No, yeah. And later on, after I already had gotten that message, my agent had sent it out to a lot of the people in the agency. So it got around to a lot of dancers. Yeah.
And then do you have to go in and talk to cameras and perform?
I actually know everything was over Zoom. Everything was just video submissions. Yeah, I had to send a standard dance, a Latin dance, and then my own like kind of, it has to be ballroom, but kind of my own whatever. Like I did a Paso and Argentine kind of together.
Did you have all these already filmed, or did you film them for?
No, I filmed them for the show. And I bet a couple people probably had them filmed, but I did not. So I literally spent like a full just 2 weeks trying to come up with choreography and training, and just I wanted to submit the best things I had.
That's so funny. You move up here from Southern California to LA,
yeah,
and then they fly you to Australia, and that's where you do your first reality show.
Yeah, I know, crazy.
When did they tell you where it was and what the details were? And
I don't remember. I wonder if I always knew it was Australia. I think my first interview is when they told me it was going to be in Australia. And I feel like that's what made it a little bit more exciting.
What were your expectations when you first got on? Did you think you were going to go as far as you have?
No. I honestly, I wanted to just go on the show and kind of, I really just wanted to be an inspiration to other like Black dancers, like, and like Black women that just, I never really got to do ballroom a lot because it's so expensive. It is the most expensive dance sport in the world. Like, I just didn't have the funds for it my whole life. And I really just wanted to show like little girls that this is possible and feasible. And even if I didn't make it far, I wanted to kind of maybe like also be on troupe. That was kind of like my first, like, I was like, okay, I don't think I'm going to win. I was like, not at all. Like, I don't think I'm going to win the show, but I do want to kind of now be seen in this light and maybe be like associated with the show now and kind of keep doing Derek's tours and just kind of honestly just shove my face up in everybody's business and kind of just be there. So everybody's like, oh, that's Selena. That's Selena. She's amazing. She like, I really just wanted to get on there to kind of just be in the Dancing with the Stars scene, even if it wasn't as a pro.
When you get on Dochi's tour and Derek's tour and Lindsay's tour, does that kick down a lot of doors where people want to book you for their tours because they see that this is something that you can do and you have delivered? It doesn't really work like that.
Like ish. I feel like, yes, I feel like the resume really does help a lot of things. And
because you're just building and stacking
yeah,
it, showing
absolutely.
This is what I've done.
Yeah, but it's funny because the commercial world's all about, obviously you have to be an amazing dancer, but it's also about your look. It's really about your look.
Right.
And yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so a lot of it is just luck.
Because if you look like the performer, they're probably not going to take you.
Absolutely.
And if there's somebody that already looks like you, that's been there longer.
Absolutely.
It's so out of your control.
And your height matters, and I'm short. So there's not a lot of artists that I can dance for that I want to dance for. And it's just, it's hard. It's honestly, commercial world is a very hard world. It's very, how do I say, like, you kind of are working and working and working to get the paycheck because you don't get paid a lot. And you kind of, I guess it's like a hustle. It's very hustle commercial world. And kind of, I had a lot of struggles just with my appearance and being short. A lot of struggles. Like, I don't anymore because I found an artist that I love, Dochi. Like, and I wouldn't have been able to book her if I was tall. And I know I always wanted to dance for Taylor Swift, but she's so tall, and I was like, I never can do that. But why not? And like, it's always just a struggle, like appearance wise, in the commercial world. Because
I'm curious, what is if the person's that like? Why would Taylor Swift's height being tall affect?
Because just imagine you're on tour and Taylor's this tall, and you're next to her, and you're like this. It just kind of like, it doesn't balance out. It just doesn't look pleasing. It just doesn't. And you will usually see, like, there are some artists, like I would say Lady Gaga has a very wide range of people on her tour. But like for Dochi's, we're all short Black women, and that's just the look that she went with. And there's a very specific look that a lot of artists have.
What's the best paying jobs then? If you want to be a commercial dancer, like, and you're trying to make this your career, what are you chasing? What's the most fruitful?
Ooh. I feel like tours are really consistent, so those probably are the best.
And that's months of security?
Yeah, not that they are the best paying, but they're consistent, and you get to be on them for like 3 months, and you know that you can pay your bill at the end of the month.
What was your first big paycheck from a job for dancing? And what did you spend it on?
It was Lindsay's tour, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was my first tour I've ever done. And first commercial job as an adult. So,
did you do the Christmas tour?
No, I just did her. What was it called? It wasn't Duality. I did 2 tours with Lindsay. So did I? Did I do one? I don't remember. I think I did 2 with Lindsay, and then 3 with Derek, yeah. Because they happened at the same time. I booked Lindsay, and then I found out I booked Derek.
I think they take each other's
Yeah,
dancers, right?
they do.
That's
It's
like
like a little
thing.
joke,
Yeah.
yeah. Because even Kaylin Rogers was on Lindsay's prior to me being on Lindsay's. Yeah, so I started Lindsay's, and I went straight into Derek's rehearsals as soon as I got home. I had one day off at home, and then went straight into Derek's, and then went back on to Lindsay's, and then I fractured my back, so then I stopped for a second.
You
And
fractured
then I went
your
back
back?
to Derek's. Yeah.
Oh my God. How? From dancing?
It's kind of started during Derek's tour. I mean, that is like your body, it's grueling on your body. And I started just getting this pain in my back, and I was like, oh, it's nothing. I mean, every dancer has pain. It's like, that's why I feel like we get injured a lot, is because we feel something and we're like, oh, whatever, it's fine. It'll be gone soon. And so it started hurting, and then I went straight into Lindsay's rehearsals after, so I didn't have a break. And it was the most stupid move too. It like was hurting, but then I did a jump and I landed just normal, and I was like, something happened. Like I was like, what's happening?
Did you land on the ball of your feet, or?
I landed normal, like toe ball heel, like usual, and it just, something wasn't right, and I automatically just tears falling down my face because I didn't know what was happening. Not even that it was like, oh, this hurts. I was just like, no, this isn't right. And then I get an MRI, and yeah, and it was a stress fracture.
On the next pro, when you're throwing your back down, does that affect it?
It does. I think I will forever kind of have a little pain in my back, and I want my back to feel better, and I'm searching for a lot of ways to, because standard, you kind of have to have this like lean in your back, and it does hurt sometimes. So it's just something that it's kind of restricting. That's the only issue I have with it. It's not that it's so painful, it's just restricting. It restricts a lot of my movement, and that's always something that bothers me, especially now that I'm doing ballroom. It's something that you need a lot of mobility for, and some like, it's just like Adele did this arch back in her and AJ's dance recently where she was like, "Boom," and I was like, girl, I wish. Yeah, so it's just something that it will probably, I'm worried it will always hurt, but I'm gonna try to get it to not, because like it's like I sit down too long, it hurts. I stand up for too long, it hurts. I lay down for too long, it hurts. So it's just something I'm trying to figure out.
Can we go back to when you first found dance?
Yeah.
Was there a moment where you realized you want to do this professionally forever?
Yes, it was during COVID, which is so weird because I feel like that was like a very hard time for a lot of people. But COVID, I started dancing a lot because I mean, I was always homeschooled, but I didn't have school, and I can kind of just, my schedule was different. So I danced majority of my day, and I just felt like I was like, not that I didn't love it before, but I was like, oh wait, I want to do this for the rest of my life, which is funny because I always told myself, I was like, I can't go to college. Like school is not my thing. Not sure what is, but it's definitely not going to school. But I will say during COVID, I was like, I know exactly what I'm doing with my life, and this is what it is.
And it was dance.
Yeah, dance. I'll always remember falling in love with dance during COVID. It's like a good memory for
When
me.
you were a little kid and you were dancing, how involved were you in it then?
I was still very involved. I feel like
was dance life? You were going to competitions
yes,
every weekend?
yeah, all the time. I feel like it was all I really did. Also, just because I really didn't work great in school. It wasn't like I was horrible in the classroom setting, having to sit down. My teachers would always get mad. They were like, Selena, you can't stand up in class. You can't stand up. And I just could not focus sitting down. I could not focus. So it was just like, it was definitely an outlet and something that I could exude my energy from. Because I did have a lot of energy as a kid. My mom put me in dance because she was like, oh my God, this girl has a lot of energy.
And then who homeschooled you?
I just did it online. Yeah. So I did elementary school, middle school, and then I was homeschooled my last year of middle school. And then I went to OSHA. I don't know if you know what that is. Orange County School of the Arts. Is that what it's called? Yeah. So it's in Orange County, and it's like a amazing art school. A lot of people go from there that are like big actors now. And I went there for a year, and
Was the focus dance or acting?
Dance. Definitely dance. Definitely dance. Yeah. So they have a lot of different, they have like dance, they have they have like commercial dance, and then they have like ballet, and then acting. All of like the arts are there, like whatever that's art.
Yeah.
That's art. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have everything there, and then I actually ended up. I don't even know if I should say this. I ended up getting kicked out of OSHA.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for my grades. Just because I really just was focused on dance. Like that was my main priority. Even if I wasn't like deeply like knowing what I wanted to do when I grew up, I just loved dance and I hated school. So after I got kicked out of OSHA, I ended up just being homeschooled.
If there's anything I've learned, it's that anything that you say can be used in the best way possible. So like this could be your intro for Dancing with the Stars. Your back could be a whole segment on
I
Dancing
know,
with the
it's
Stars.
crazy.
Your moment with Taylor Swift saying, "I'll never be a dancer," is how she's going to open up her tour and you're going to walk out.
I wish.
It's so cool how far you've come with what you're
you.
doing. Like, honestly. I have
Thanks
some
a
fan
lot.
questions I want to fire through.
Wait, yes.
Favorite World of Dance memory?
Not World of Dance. I don't think I'll ever tell people that I'm on World of Dance.
No? Do you want me to take that out?
No. You
Oh.
can put that in. It's honestly just funny to me because I look back and they put us in some crazy costumes that I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I wore that. I think I blocked out every memory though. I'm trying to think.
How much of it did you do?
I was only on it for like one episode and then I got cut. So it was pretty fast, but probably the rehearsals with my studio, like that's probably my favorite.
Do you even put that on your resume, on your dance resume?
No, I don't put things like that. I don't put things that happened prior to 18. I did when I first started, but now I kind of just take off the things I did before.
Where does the Next Pro stack up on your resume?
Ooh. I'm hoping I never have to use my resume again.
That's a great answer. What was it like dancing at Project 21?
Freaking amazing. Like, it shaped me in so many ways. And Molly has just, she was like my dance mom growing up. And I want to go back there every single day. I'm like, oh, I miss it so much. I look back at memories. It was a big chunk of my life. I mean, I'm only 21. So it was like a huge chunk of my life that I sometimes wish I can go back to. It makes me sad sometimes because I'm like, oh, the fact that I'll never be in that rehearsal with those people again, dancing for Molly, it will make me, it makes me sad because I do wish I can go back. It was a time for sure. And where I kind of learned a lot of what you see on the Next Pro of me and what people enjoy and my musicality and like the little nuances wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Molly. She really has those brains, and I really got to see it from her perspective, and getting to kind of see how she created was amazing.
Is there some kind of surrealness when they're telling you that you have to figure out how to do this dance for Mark and Shirley and the guest judge? Does all of your past training just like come up?
Yeah.
Like, how does that work?
Say you have like 7 seconds, like when you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like you replay 7 seconds of your life.
Is that what it's like for you in dance?
That is what it's like. They're like, you're doing this challenge and this is what's happening. And you're like, you're in the studio and it's like, okay, what's the 7 seconds of training that I can use now? So it's kind of like that. Yeah. I feel like, especially when you're stuck, because it's going to happen. You'll have those moments where your brain just won't work, especially when you're in the studio for more than 6 hours and you're in that one room forever and everything starts looking like, what is happening? And you're getting so frustrated. You kind of just have to. You have to be like, okay, but what's a little musicality thing like that I could use? Like kind of tapping into past experiences. Like I've trained with some amazing people and I really do tap into that. And I'm like, okay, what would Desandra do? What would Molly do here? What would Derek? And it's like those little things. You kind of try to be that person in that moment.
Did you ever dance with any of the pros on Dancing with the Stars? Or take any lessons or?
I think I don't think.
Just Derek, that was your only.
Yeah, I think Derek was the only one. I'm trying to think of all the pros. Yeah. I've done Ovation with Jenna and Val, and I've taken from them at conventions when they were on 24/7. They were probably the ones that, like, out of all the pros who I was because ballroom wasn't my thing growing up in convention world, but they were the ones who I was in their class and I was like, oh, I'm focused. I want it. Like, I really want this. Like, they are amazing. So I would say Jenna and Val, I would say I got a lot of good training from them in the convention world.
They make ballroom look so cool.
So cool. I mean, they're just power duo. They are freaking fantastic. I love them. And Val also has been extremely supportive of this whole journey, and I have really appreciated it. He's somebody who's seen me kind of grow doing ballroom. I actually have known him longer than I've known Derek, so that's always like, it's fun that I can kind of show him what I can do now and that I have grown in this, especially because I didn't really take it seriously before.
He spoke on this podcast that he has a neck injury. It's like a pretty serious one.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But that's a similar.
I know, yeah. It's gonna happen. Injuries, it sucks, but every athlete will probably go through that one injury, and that injury will probably affect how you dance after. Not in a bad way, but it will affect you.
Something that you have to.
Something you have to kind of get
past.
Get over, get past, yeah.
What was it like partnering with Jan for week 7 on the Next Pro?
Amazing, because he's so funny. I mean, we were joking a lot during those rehearsals, and it just felt refreshing to dance with another dancer from my background, and like, it's just fun to go back to. And I was like, okay, this feels familiar. This is what I'm used to. So it was just fun to be back with somebody who I know understands me and understands the craft and what it takes to kind of be what it takes to be a pro as somebody who hasn't been doing it for a long time. So I applaud Jan, especially because people do talk when you haven't been doing it since you were 5. And everyone has different journeys, and I feel like our journeys are a little bit similar, and it was really comforting.
Did you try planting the seed to be on Taylor's tour?
No.
Did it cross your mind?
No, actually I should have.
What was your favorite part of Dancing with the Stars the Next Pro?
Ooh, that's hard. I'm going to say meeting Adele. Honestly, yeah.
That's so sweet.
Meeting Adele and just knowing that I can do it. Like, I went into the Next Pro being like, okay, I don't know if I can do this. But I left with just knowing that, okay, I can do this. Like, easy, not easy, but like, what am I worried about? I can do this. I just need to put my mind to it.
I know we can't say much. You're rehearsing stuff, but what is your day-to-day like now? What are you doing?
Honestly, just a lot of rehearsals. I feel like that's what my life has been. I'm also trying to get on my social media grind, and it's so hard.
You're about to pass 100K.
I can't wait.
That's
I've been
huge.
actually counting. I'm like, I want to get it by the next episode. Yeah, but it's been busy. I'm so tired, and my eyes are always like this recently. But no, this is all I can ask for. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about being busy. I feel like that's all a dancer's dream is, to be working, and that's what I'm doing right now. So that's really exciting.
If you win Dancing with the Stars the Next Pro, who would be your dream celebrity?
Ooh, okay. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but he's a figure skater. Ilya Manilin. Quad God is what he goes by. He's probably a dream partner for me. And then if I'm really, really gonna shoot for the stars here, Tom Holland. Yeah, because you saw that dance that he did, the Rihanna dance. He would be great.
Do you have a favorite theme night of Dancing with the Stars?
Ooh, I love when they did Prince Night. I feel like that was probably my favorite.
I love Halloween too.
I do like Halloween.
The costumes.
I just love when they do like a Disney night. Like, just like, I'm a Disney adult. And you know what? I'm actually not ashamed to admit that. I love Disney.
What's your favorite ride?
Disney World. I have to go the Guardians ride where he snaps his fingers and then you go backwards. That is the best. And then in Disneyland, probably Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh wait, or Haunted Mansion. Only because that's my mom's favorite, and so I really like writing it.
I'm a
with
sucker
her.
for pirates.
You are?
Yeah, of
A lot of
course.
people I feel like don't really love pirates.
It has
but I love it.
the view, all of the, what is it called? We're recording this really late. I go to sleep now.
Actually?
Yeah, at 10.
Oh my God,
It's like
I've been going
9:15.
to bed at 3 a.m.
You're a real night owl. It has all of the, it's like very overstimulating. The
It
smells,
is.
the ride.
I love the smell.
So
The
good.
smell is my favorite part.
Yeah.
So those are probably my two faves.
As people are watching the finale, is there anything you want them to take away from it?
Ooh. I would say just enjoy. It's the last episode. Sit back, watch it. Whoever wins, don't riot. Because we're all in it for the same thing. And whoever wins is there now. But I think everybody in that finale, me, AJ, Adele, will get there eventually, even if we don't win. So I think everybody should just relax and sit back and watch and not have anything to say after because it's the last episode.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it. That's what I want people to take away.
I think one fun like challenge if they do season 2,
Yeah.
bring in all of the elements of like the stairs that they can walk on, give them some
Yeah.
props.
Oh my God, I would love props. Props would be so fun.
I'd love to see you guys how you work it into a dance.
Yeah. I feel like that's because it's another obstacle. I feel like the stairs is another obstacle. And obstacles are fun. I feel like the stairs would be a fun addition and kind of like you can use it.
Is there any other challenge style that you would love to see incorporated?
Ooh. Do they ever do jazz?
Just like the style of it.
Yeah. Or is that only during freestyle? I would love to have like a very core jazz dance. And I even said this, if I do end up winning and I got to make it to finale of Dancing with the Stars, I would love to do a freestyle that's so just jazz and very like Fosse and just show everybody what they're missing.
That'd be sick.
It would be amazing. I
You're
would
on the
love
Dancing
it.
with the Stars YouTube channel. That's so cool.
I know. It's so crazy.
Your name's on there.
I think it's crazier that I'm on the Instagram. I don't know why. The Instagram gets me. I'm that one just is like, what do you mean?
When they're like tagging you. Or like,
Yeah, I know. It's so crazy.
that's wild.
It's amazing.
Guys, go follow Selena. Get her to 100,000.
Get me to 100, please.
Thanks so much for coming by.
Oh, thank you. No, it was amazing.
Good luck.
Thank you.
See you guys. That was great. That was so much fun.